20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Toronto Mounties and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Mounties and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Time to see if the game plan this offense is put together will be successful or not as they take over here early in this first quarter of play.
On the set.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 22 carries, 115 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. Still 0-0 here in quarter 1, but an early test to check in on as we've got a 3rd down situation looming. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Our scoreless game, well, it may not stay that way much longer as this defense is out there needing a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the 12 Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they...
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the gun on third down, Hilton escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a first down. We have a red zone alert. This defense giving up ground, and they'll look to stop a 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Hilton. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Prescott from the gun on third. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phase?
Well, let's get back into the action. This defense up against a 1st and 10. The ball down at the 12-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that one, now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of.
So time becoming an issue here late in this first half of action as we get back down to the field. Throwing to start the drive. Hilton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, so 2 minutes even on the clock. The offense with the ball on their own side of the field. What can they do? We'll see. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt, and remember his first. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here, flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Prescott yet again. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And this will be a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. From the gun on third down, Hilton. And he will find his man on the outside. A potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second half lead? A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal.